Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is the weekend, so we'll do a whole doggone thing. Saturday, June the 24th, Summer's Giving, National Take Back the Lunch Break Day, and National Pralines Day.
All right, and what is Summer's Giving?
It is kind of like Thanksgiving, but it's like halfway there, I think. So
I
think
no
we're 6
idea
months.
that was
Maybe
even a
we're
thing.
5 months from Thanksgiving. I don't know what it is. And then Sunday, the 25th of June, Global Smurf Day. That's nice. World Vitiligo Day. And that's people who lose a little pigment in their skin.
Okay.
And it's like 1% to 2% of the world has that, by the way. National Day of Flavor, Global Beatles Day, Day of the Seafarer, National Strawberry Parfait Day, National Leon Day, and National Catfish Day.
Everybody likes parfaits.
Oh, parfait sounds good. You shouldn't have mentioned that. Now I'm hungry. Hey, I've got a guest joining me, Dale Souls. She is the voice of a character on Digman on Comedy Central. And this is a show that came out this year with Andy Sandberg and a whole bunch of other fun folks. It has been renewed for a second season. We're going to chat with Dale all about it coming up.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Have you had some really weird dreams lately? There's a good reason for it, and you're not alone. According to Healthline, you can blame the weather. It says when you're
Really?
overheated, even for like as little as a half hour, your body can go into panic mode, and your body can react to extreme heat by raising your heart rate and activating your stress control center. That means
Interesting.
by the time you go to sleep, your body's already primed for a tussle with something, and once you're asleep, that something can quickly become your own dreams.
See, even more reason to keep your bedroom nice and cool.
Quality of sleep is affected because heat puts the body into a natural anxious state. You may find that your dreams become more vivid and more uneasy simply because your body is overheated. Also because you wake up more often because you're more likely to remember those weird dreams for a longer period of time. So, interesting stuff. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know people are breathing in enough microplastics to fill a credit card every week? According to a public study, according to a study by the University
fill
of...
a credit card?
So like that much to make a credit card.
To make a credit card.
Yeah.
Okay.
Millions of tons of
Yikes,
microplastic
that's
particles.
not good.
They're found in water and air and soil, and the density of microplastics in the air is increasingly significant, according to the study. For the first time in 2022, studies found microplastics deep in human airways, which raises the concerns of serious respiratory health hazards. So how in the world are these microplastics getting in the air?
Factories.
Is that from,
and
like,
stuff.
grinding
I don't
up the
know.
plastic,
Yeah,
or-
I don't know.
What can you do to stop it?
I really don't think there's anything we
Heidi,
can do. We just get to worry
you tell
about
me
it.
you
now.
don't have the answer for this? You've got the answer for
do
everything.
not.
All right. We don't know everything, but now we know this, or we kind of don't know this. I don't know.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. I am actually excited to see this. Carl Fredricksen from Pixar's Up movie is floating back to the big screen in a new theatrical short called Carl's Date. The trailer for the Disney Pixar short was recently released. It catches up with Carl, the widower, who was voiced, by the way, by Ed Asner, who passed away, and it is still his voice on this. They started working on this a long time ago, and it's going to be coming out with Elemental, so I don't know, it might already be out even. In a new spin-off of an old game show, Sony Pictures Television announced that they're planning a new Wheel of Fortune geared towards children and younger audiences. So I don't know what that's going to be exactly, other than maybe a smaller wheel. I have no idea.
Easier clues.
Could be. I have no idea. Maybe just...
And clues geared towards youngsters.
Yeah, probably. And Jennifer Lawrence says she's, quote, totally open to another Hunger Games. She became a household name because of that.
Yeah, she did.
All 4 movies. And they were asking, what would you think of reprising your role? She's like,
yeah, cha-ching.
Duh, what do you think? Big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. The E3 Gaming Convention in Los Angeles recently canceled their 2023 Expo. I don't know why. I don't know what the reason behind that, but the internet was abuzz. And a study found that 75% of people use a different voice to talk to their pets. I'm sitting with one of those people. Her name is Heidi. Although every once in a while she'll be talking.
do.
And I'll say, are you talking to me? And she's like, no, I'm talking to Cassie. And then what do I always say?
Did she answer you?
Did she talk back?
Yep.
Because when she starts talking back, that's when I'm going to get concerned. But our dog is apparently a good listener because Heidi talks
a very
to her
good
a
listener.
lot. But a lot of the time I hear with a different voice when she's talking to Cassie. And a support group in England is using sheep to help people improve their mental health. UTalk, EWE, Talk,
cute.
was launched last year with just 1 sheep, but now has a flock of 7 sheep and 2 goats to help children and adults who struggle. So this is actually kind of neat.
You just go and talk to these things?
So these sheep, this particular type of sheep, it's a Velasquez black-nosed sheep. They're known for their dog-like temperament, making them the perfect animal to provide emotional support.
Okay.
The goal of the founders of UTalk is to visit schools and educational settings with their fluffy friends, but they also welcome children who struggle with mental health onto their farm, and on some occasions, they've even transported the flock of sheep to locals in need of emotional support.
Oh, that's very sweet.
So, yeah, these sheep are basically like...
puppies.
They're not puppies,
Like
but they're sheep that are there just to listen. So, kind of like when Heidi talks to our dog in a different voice. You can sit and talk to sheep. So, that's kind of cool. I wonder when they take these sheep to a place, when they're bringing them back, they got to count to make sure that they're all there. I wonder if they ever fall asleep while they're getting ready to leave.
Probably.
Do you think so?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
All right, scoop of the day comes your way. I'll be here all weekend. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit with Dale Souls, and Dale is on a new program that just got renewed for a second season on Comedy Central, Digman. It features Andy Samberg. And Dale, what is your character on Digman?
Andy Samberg is the lead, and he plays Rip Digman. That's his name. It's a world in which archaeologists are the rock stars, right? And so he was the top of the heap, Digman, Rip Digman, and now he's fallen to the bottom of the heap when we meet him. And I am Agatha, who is Rip's longtime office manager, and she is a full-time brassy broad. She really cares about him, but it's definitely tough love. Nothing shakes her. She's seen it all, done it all. This is a funny, very funny character. Very sardonic wit. That's me. And then, we've got a lot of great people. We've got Jane Lynch, and we've got Daniel Radcliffe, and we've got Maya Rudolph. We've got a lot of great people.
That is an amazing cast for Digman. So when you guys were recording, were you all together?
Everybody was separate. Yeah, you'd go into a recording studio here in New York, and even there, you'd have to be tested, and you'd have to bring your own headset, and you'd have to, it was done. But often you wouldn't be in a recording studio with the other people, even without the pandemic. So,
Now, you've had a chance to do a lot of great voice work, but you also do a great job in front of the camera. Do you have a preference?
Yeah. Well, I mean, actually, that when something comes in, it's like you don't say, oh, well, gosh, I wish that was something else. You try to do your best with whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
Animated is very interesting because you have to get the whole character in the voice. It's brought to life artistically by somebody drawing the character, but you do still have to animate the life of it, what people are going to hear. So in a lot of ways, the preparatory work of deciding what the scene is going to be, what do you think about what you're saying, why is it funny if it's funny, why is it, whatever it is. You have to be very crystal clear about that in the voice work because there's no room for any other, if you can't do it with a body gesture or a pause or, so it's interesting. I like them both. They're very different. They're very different in the actual doing of it, but the preparatory work is very similar. If that makes any sense.
Absolutely, that makes sense. I've been talking about Digman on Comedy Central, recently renewed for another season. Speaking of multiple seasons, Orange is the New Black. You were on that program. Super successful. Did you have any idea how big that was going to be?
I was an idiot. When I got, it had been out, the first season had just been released when I got the call for my audition, and I had never heard of it. And my agent said, we have an audition for you for something called Orange is the New Black. And here's what I was thinking. I didn't say this, thank goodness. I didn't reveal my stupidity. I thought, why are they sending me up for some fashion? Sorry.
Very nice. And the program did quite well. So are you anything at all like your character Frida, or is that not you at all?
Well, I would say that there are some things that I have in common with Frida. I think I fancy myself a bit of a MacGyver. Like I can usually figure out a way to fix things with unusual material. I did grow up in the country a lot of the time, and so I knew about, making wintergreen berries into salve, how to make terrariums to sell, and how to make wreaths at Christmas time from the woods. And so there were things about her background, Frida's background, that were similar. We were not survivalists in the sense that, we were, storing up ammo, but we understood our relationship to nature and that it could be helpful. So I understood that. I have spent time working in prisons. My dad spent time in prison as an inmate. So this is an area that I'm not completely unschooled in.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to chat about that, and also for chatting with me about Digman on Comedy Central. Congrats on being signed for a second season. That's very, very cool. And thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us about it today.
You're very, very welcome.
Again, Dale Souls has been our guest today. Digman on Comedy Central. First season just came out not too long ago, and now it's already been announced that they've been signed for a second season, and it's got quite a following. If you've not seen it, you can check it out on Comedy Central. I'll throw a link, all the details in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Taylor Swift's keyboardist is named Karina DiPiano. The keyboardist, Karina DiPiano.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Fun fact. I don't know how that got in here.
I don't either.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
More than 80% of Earth's oceans are unmapped, unobserved, and unexplored.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, more than 80%.
That's insane.
That's like over half.
Almost.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Another term for nieces and nephews. If you want to just say all of them together, what are they?
I don't know.
Nibblings.
Nibblings.
Like siblings, but they're nibblings. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The tip of a cracking whip breaks the sound barrier, and that's why you hear that noise.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So when you're cracking a whip, you're breaking the sound barrier. Yeah. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. According to a survey of dads, 65% have already told their kids they want this for Father's Day. I think this question is old because Father's Day was last weekend. What did dads say? 65%. What did they say they wanted?
A tie.
No, that's what they get. What they wanted was a steak.
Oh.
What do you want for Father's Day? A steak. I stand by that, by the way.
You
I'll
do.
take that. I'll take that any day.
Yeah.
All right. I know we're a week late on that, but somehow I didn't get to it last week. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Teachers in Switzerland are complaining that too many students are wearing diapers in class these days.
What?
Because they don't know how to use a toilet. And no, it's not 4 and 5-year-olds they're talking about. The head of the Swiss Federation of Teachers told a newspaper when 11-year-olds come to school in diapers, that is a worrying trend. The children's lack of knowledge becomes a burden for many teachers who have to assist students with soaked diapers. This is in Switzerland, by the way. The average age to potty train children is between 18 and 24 months, according to the Mayo Clinic. But an educational scientist said some parents, quote, let it slide because diapers are a convenient relief.
See, I totally disagree.
I was going to just say, what is convenient about that?
I totally disagree.
Because it was like...
Is more convenient to change your 11-year-old's diaper than to just let them go in and use the bathroom by themselves?
Old would you let them be before you finally say, we got to figure this out?
Absolutely horrifying.
Yeah, it's weird news. Brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. I like this next thing here. It says a poll of men named beef jerky the best road snack. But the stuff didn't show up in a new survey when asking everybody, not just guys, what's the best snack for a road trip? 2,000 Americans were asked, and beef jerky did not make the list, but I do have...
You love beef jerky.
I know I do. That's why I said I think it's cool that was the number one answer for guys. But when they asked everybody, didn't even hit the list.
Is sunflower seeds on?
All right, let's go through. Number 7, granola bars, 38%. Okay. Number 6, fresh processed fruit, fresh or processed fruit. Number 5, candy. Number 4, nuts and seeds. That would be the sunflower seeds. Number 3, cookies, 44%. And there's a tie for the number one answer for the best snack food while you are on the road. What do you think it is? Either one of them.
Chips.
Chips is number 1, and chocolate is also number 1. 47% for both of those.
I would put chocolate in with candy, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would think so, but apparently they didn't in the survey. The list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko. a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote today from Stephen Wright. What do I always say?
I love Stephen Wright.
I do. I love Stephen Wright. And here he is. Everywhere is within walking distance if you have the time.
That is absolutely
That is a great
true. Well,
quote.
not everywhere. I mean, you can't walk across oceans.
Yeah, if you have the time, you could figure it out. Heidi. All right. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Here's a headline. An angel on earth. Bus driver changes kindergartner's life. So this is really, really cool. It says there's a reason why Mr. Charles was brought here, and there's a reason why he's driving bus number 220, and Cameron is that reason. So this driver managed to make a profound impact on the life of a kindergartner. Cameron, kindergartner, was having trouble behaving in class earlier this year. He was in the principal's office several times every day, and his mom said that it was getting really out of hand. One day, Cameron's teacher, Stephanie Williams, walked him to the bus early before the rest of the students were dismissed. That's when she asked driver Charles if he could come on the bus early because Cameron loves school buses. And he sat down and we started talking, and it just went from there. Mr. Charles, who recently switched school districts to drive for Berkeley County, said from that day on, Cameron's good behavior in class was rewarded with getting to sit on the bus early and spend time with Mr. Charles.
Aww.
Says he will work all day long and he will now behave and follow directions because then he gets an extra 5 minutes with Mr. Charles on the bus.
How cute is that?
And ever since that day, there has not been a single problem. He's been fantastic and wonderful in class. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Mr. Charles and Cameron regularly have McDonald's or ice cream dates. They even attend, this driver attends Cameron's baseball games on the weekends.
Oh.
Said, I always believe in angels. They come when you least expect them. Somebody had written in one of the letters here. And this holds especially true in regards to Mr. Charles, the bus driver of school bus 220, Berkeley County, South Carolina. It's always been said that it takes a village to raise a child, yet one to make a difference. Mr. Charles is that one
What a great
that made a difference.
guy.
I think that's amazing. You can see the entire story, and there's a video and photos in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.